Hey YouTube, Kamen Rider here with some Kamen Rider news. I know, weird, right? Kamen Rider news on the Kamen Rider channel. This guy does Ranger stuff, and sometimes Ben 10. But there's been apparently a lot of Rider news that kind of passed me by, so I thought I'd do a video talking about some of it. I'm not talking about all of it, I just kind of picked and choosed. That's good English, Dawson. I decided to pick and choose which ones I wanted to talk about mainly. The first off was one for today, which is why I decided to make the video, because one actually happened today, so I'm on time with it. Is Shout Factory announced they're going to be doing a Kamen Rider Zero-One release. Man, I can really talk in this one. We don't know as of this moment if it's going to be in DVD or Blu-ray. As people have mentioned, it's possible it could be in Blu-ray because Zero-One was shot in modern times with Blu-ray and they don't have to do any upscaling or anything like that. So it makes sense, and Shout Factory does do Blu-ray, so it's certainly possible. Supposedly it's coming out in 2022, so that's pretty neat. I think, is that our first official, like, Rider series release? I think it is. I think that's neat. Like, in concept, I think it's neat. I think it's neat for the franchise. I think it's neat for the fans of the show. I personally don't think I'll pick this one up just because I'm not a Zero-One fan, but I think it's neat. They'll also be streaming it on their streaming thing. Same thing with Ryuki. Is it bad? I'm such a weird fan. I kind of just want just a DVD or Blu-ray release of Dragon Knight first. Like, I just want to rewatch that with a Blu-ray or a DVD set. That's kind of what I wanted first. I'm like a weird fan in that way, but they're going to be streaming those. Speaking of streaming, Funimation, everything's happening in 2022. Funimation is going to be streaming the Kamen Rider double anime adaptation of manga. So that's pretty cool too. There's also a Shin Kamen Rider movie in the vein of stuff like Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman. And they're also doing like a little series called Kamen Rider Black Sun, which is going to be kind of like a reimagining, remake of Kamen Rider Black. That's all we know as of this recording. That might be interesting. I might check that out. You know, I don't know whether it's going to be like a sort of faithful remake, you know what I mean, in the sense that they're sort of sticking to the outlines. Kind of like a reboot we would get here, where it's kind of like a similar story yet different, or if it's going to be something like Amazon's, where it's very different, but it just takes inspiration from it. Honestly, like, I think it'll probably be the first one. But I kind of wanted to see that. I know there's some mixed thoughts on Amazon's, but I liked the idea of that, of taking the designs of Showa writers and like updating them and doing like an entirely new show based off of it, whether it was similar or different or not. I don't know, like, again, if this is going to be more similar or more different, somewhere in between, but I think it's kind of a neat idea. But there's basically all kinds of stuff happening for Rider for the 50th anniversary. That's what it's, you know, because that's what's happening. So I've gotten some questions of whether I'm going to do anything for the 50th like I am for Sentai 45 in terms of special videos. I'm not sure at the moment. If there's enough interest, maybe. I'll definitely do something. I mean, definitely maybe, with Ryan Reynolds, maybe do something for it, but I'm not sure if it will be a whole series. Maybe just like a video or two. We'll have to see. But bottom line is, if you're a Rider fan, there's lots of neat stuff happening in 2022. Like I said, I think on a franchise level, it's cool that we're going to possibly be delving into Rider DVDs. What if we go backwards? That would actually be cool. Let's do that. I wouldn't mind that. Get through Zero-One and Geo, I'll skip it, and then I can get stuff after that. Because like with Sentai, you know, we started with Zyuranger, and then just as we were getting to the stuff I really liked, we stopped. So I would really like to see those come back too, but I think that's neat for the franchise. But what do you guys think of all this Rider news lately? Will you be picking up the DVDs or Blu-rays or whatever they end up being? What's your favorite bit of Rider news, and what is your personal top pick for Blu-ray or DVD sets for Rider you want to see? Personally, I think I'd like to see Build, Gaim, and Kiva for mine, because those are all kind of special ones to me. But what do you guys want to see? Just let me know, like I said. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell with notifications for my videos. Kamen Rider, signing out.